360. Thanks for joining me today for a beautiful rain meditation practice. So rain meditation is for recognize, accept, investigate, and non-identify or nurture. So those are the 4 steps that we'll be going through, the 4 stages in this meditation. So if you're ready to join, getting into a comfortable seated position, so you could be cross-legged on the floor, you could be sitting in a chair with your feet flat on the floor, or you could even be lying down. That's completely fine. But wherever you are, giving your spine space to be long and dignified, giving your chest and your upper body space so that your lungs can open and breathe freely. If you're sitting on the floor or a chair, noticing where your feet and your sitting bones are making contact with the floor. Using those contact points to ground you and to anchor you into the present moment. Knowing that at any time during the practice, if you need to come back and contact with those or make contact with those points, they're available to you. Perhaps closing your eyes if that's right for you. Otherwise, just bring your gaze to fall gently below your nose and then soften it so you're not really seeing anything, but rather your attention is turned inwardly onto the experience of your body, your emotions and your thoughts. Then notice what is going on for you in this moment. Just step back and observe what is happening to you right now, or for you right now. So you might want to name what's happening or what's here for you. Perhaps noticing somewhere in your life where there is friction or suffering. Somewhere in your life where perhaps you could do with a bit more care and nourishing. So just recognizing what that is, kind of letting it come to mind, come to awareness. Perhaps at the current time it is struggles that members of our communities are facing. The intense emotion that is arising when we consider our roles in that practice, consider our roles in the system that is perhaps allowing mistreatment of fellow human beings. Perhaps it is concern about someone that we love, someone that we care for who is ill. Perhaps it is someone we are fighting with or in conflict with. So whatever it is, just recognizing it and allowing it to rise up into your awareness. And then moving on to the next stage. Acknowledging that experience, acknowledging that that suffering is present right now, without trying to change it or manipulate it, accepting it just as it is right now, accepting it with all the thoughts and emotions and judgments and everything else that's arising. Stepping back and observing and just letting your current experience be just as it is. Even if it is unpleasant, even if it is a little bit painful, Can we use our breath to just sit with that experience? Can we just observe it without judging it, without trying to change it? Maybe noticing any thoughts of shoulds or woulds or coulds. How should it be? What should you be doing? How should you be feeling? And if any shoulds do come drifting into your attention, or maybe stamp loudly, acknowledging that too, and then just letting them go. Not holding on to them, so not focusing on them. Acknowledging they're there, but then pulling your attention away again and focusing it just on your direct experience. Can you bring a sense of compassion into the space for what's here right now? Sense of acknowledgement that it's here. Acceptance that it's here. It's already here. There's no point in trying to deny it or push it away. It is here as it is. So can we accept that just for now, this is how it is? And maybe invite a sense of compassion to both ourselves and to the experience. Reminding ourselves that it's of no one's design or fault. It just is as it is. And that whatever has happened and whatever is here, acknowledging that if it feels hard, then it feels hard. If it feels overwhelming, then it feels overwhelming. Letting go of any story or narrative around that about why or what it should look like, what should happen instead. Giving yourself permission and your experience permission to just be as it is right now. And if it feels too challenging, even to bring compassion to that. Maybe just inviting then a friendly curiosity, as if this was something happening outside of you, that you just happen to walk by and pause and look. And then bringing this sense of curiousness and openness towards your experience. Maybe investigate a little deeper. Investigate what might be on the deeper levels of this experience. So, a physical sense, how do you feel it in your body? A more obvious sense of anger or overwhelm. Maybe tuning into any of the subtle parts of the experience as well. Maybe other emotions that are underlying, perhaps any thoughts that might be arising. And seeing if you can hold these two in a space of compassion and observation. Sense of just acceptance. It is hard to feel hard things. What makes things harder and more difficult is when we attach labels, when we judge ourselves for feeling overwhelmed, feeling guilty, feeling sad, or feeling confused. then holding everything that has come up, or holding what is here right now in this space. You might even imagine that you're holding it in the space in front of you, that it's come out of your body, out of your mind, and that this whole experience that has arisen is just here. Remembering that this is not who you are. This is your experience right now. This is what is arising for you right now. This is what is, these are the sensations and the thoughts and the emotions that are here right now. But they are not who you are. Can you just let them be without becoming a part of them? Kind of like if you're on a boat in the ocean and you peer over the side and you see the waves, and they might be small one day and the water might be sparkling in the sun another day, or they might be huge and tumultuous and feel completely overwhelming. But when you stay in the boat and just observe what's happening around you, then you can stay safe and centered in your current experience without diving into the waves and becoming a part of the waves. So, finding your grounding in the contact with the floor, in the contact of your hands with your body or a surface, and your breath moving in and out the body. Coming home to yourself. And then maybe just dropping in the question, what do you need right now? What kind of nurturing or nourishing do you need right now? For example, my legs are falling asleep. So I've mindfully changed position. Again, just dropping in that question. How can I nourish myself right now? What do I need to feel nourished and nurtured? And then allowing your attention to release your experience, release your mind and your body and your thoughts, and broaden and open up to the space around you. Maybe gently opening up the eyes. And now perhaps finding a way to nurture yourself and nourish yourself. Maybe recognizing or taking that need that arose, and maybe taking a wise action now, a kind, caring action to fulfill that need or to nourish that need for yourself. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful rain compassion meditation. I hope that it brings you a little bit of peace and a little bit of ease. Have a beautiful rest of the day.